In the 90s, Winona Ryder was more than a movie star. She was a cultural icon, an emblem of Generation X, the quirky actress who embodied roles that spoke to disenchanted youth. From Beetlejuice to Reality Bites, Edward Scissorhands to Girl Interrupted, Ryder was Hollywood's indie darling. Intelligent, stylish, and seemingly untouchable. But that all changed on December 12, 2001. Today, we're going to talk about that event here on the Disturbing 90s. That day, Ryder was arrested in Beverly Hills for shoplifting. Surveillance footage captured her removing security tags and walking out of Saks Fifth Avenue with over $5,000 worth of merchandise. The headlines were swift and brutal. Winona Ryder busted for theft. The media frenzy was relentless as cameras swarmed her every court appearance, and pundits speculated about what could have driven one of Hollywood's most successful actresses to commit such a petty crime. But to understand the shock of that moment, you had to go back to the 90s. Winona Ryder wasn't just another starlet. She represented a specific kind of fame, rooted in authenticity, mystery, and intelligence. She dated Johnny Depp, collected vintage books, and avoided the typical Hollywood spotlight. Her fame was magnetic, yet never flashy. And it was precisely that authenticity that made her feel so surreal. This wasn't a scandal we expected from tabloid regular. It was Winona. The early 2000s marked a turning point in celebrity culture. The glossy charm of the 90s was giving way to the era of paparazzi chaos, reality TV, and public breakdowns. Britney, Lindsay, Paris, all would face their own media storms, but Winona's case felt different. It was quieter, stranger, and more existential. In court, her lawyers argued she was under the influence of painkillers prescribed after an injury. She was ultimately convicted of a felony of grand theft, vandalism, receiving probation, community service, and fines. But the real punishment came from Hollywood itself. The roles dried up. The studio stopped calling. For nearly a decade, Ryder was absent from the spotlight. The shoplifting incident became a cultural punchline, a shorthand for stars gone rogue. Yet, beneath the headlines was a larger story about mental health, fame, and the way we consume and discard our icons. It wouldn't be until 2016, the return of Stranger Things, that Ryder would reemerge in full force, embraced by a new generation and cheered on by those who never stopped rooting for her. And just like that, the comeback was complete. But the 2001 incident remains a strange footnote in pop culture history, a symbol of how quickly adoration can turn into scrutiny, how fame in the 90s offered mystique, but 2000s demanded transparency. Winona Ryder's shoplifting incident wasn't just a celebrity scandal, it marked the end of an era.